First of all, I made a translation of The 1001 Nights into Dutch. It's the first translation into Dutch from the Arabic. And I worked on it for 7 years. And in the meantime, I collected a lot of literary works which were influenced by The 1001 Nights. What is new in my approach is that the novels, especially referring to The 1001 Nights, have been influenced in a much more structural way by The 1001 Nights than was acknowledged until now. So this is why I started a new approach to analyze these texts and make a kind of more elaborate survey of the different kinds of novels which have been influenced by the Nights. The 1001 Nights have been very important as a source of material and a source of approaches towards storytelling and literature, also in format and in generic sense, than people know until now. So I think the influence of the 1001 Nights is much more structural, much more systematic than people have accepted until now. Yeah, you can even say that modern literature could not have developed in the way it has developed without this influence of the 1001 Nights. The material, the concepts of storytelling, the figures used by modern authors. So this is what I wanted to propose, that it's really an example of how Arabic literature, in the form of the 1001 Nights, contributed to shaping modern literature on a global level. The book is about how the influence of the 1001 Nights is not just exoticism, but really the influence of one literary field on another literary field. This is what I hope to convey. Well, I must say that the whole work, I worked on it for more than 15 years, I think. And it was a kind of journey of discovery. I mean, I read so many novels and even works by authors I didn't know or didn't know very well. And of course, there is some research into this material. A lot of these things I didn't know, and I just discovered them by exploring, by reading and trying to find references to the 1001 Nights. So I cannot say that there's one chapter which is especially dear to me, but on the other hand, there's a lot of really new research being done, and new references have been discovered, I think. And in the end, you have a picture. It's not a real complete survey in the book. It's every author refers to the 1001 Nights in one way or another. All of these authors have used the 1001 Nights as an example or as a kind of toolbox to experiment with new forms of literature, with literary innovation. It's very important to find a format, because I have been working on very broad subjects, and then it's like swimming in an ocean. I mean, there's so much material and so much information, and sometimes it's very difficult how to organize the work, the book, and because you have to find a way to construct something from all this diverse material. And it's very important that at a certain stage you decide, now I have enough material, enough information, and I have to really think about how to put all the things together and how to structure the book, which is a report on your research, in fact. And if you have to find a balance between the amount of material that you have and the possibility to condense it to a certain format. So this is an important point. At a certain point you realize, well, now this is what I have, and now I try to imagine what it has to look like in book form. This is actually the basic secret of doing research, to find this kind of balance. At the moment, I'm writing a book about Hajj travelogues. historical Hajj travelogues from the beginning until 1950. So this will again be a big book. And I've been working on it for several years now, and I'm now at the stage of writing. It's also quite a huge project, but it's very interesting, and it's also a field that has not really been covered. It's very strange because this is very rich material in the historical sense, in the literary sense, in the religious sense. So it has references to all these fields, connections to all these fields, which is very interesting. Probably this is why there's not sufficient interest, because it's not only literature, it's not only history, it's not only religion, but it's in between everything. So it's and there's very little material about it. So I'm really trying to more or less map the field of research and try to collect the material that is available now to have a kind of basic exploration of the field for other scholars after me.